Today I have a video basically talking about, is it cruel to keep ball pythons in tubs versus an aquarium? This question is asked a lot, and a lot of people go, "Oh, you don't respect animals." Not me, but like other people, they say you don't respect animals, you keep them in tubs and all that other stuff, and they have a miserable life. They don't do research to it, and they don't understand it. Today I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to diagnose some of these problems, and I'm going to tell you that it's okay to keep snakes in tubs. First, we're going to start with pros and cons of an aquarium versus a tub. Well, for an aquarium, aquariums is good. They're amazing. I love aquariums. You can look at them. You can design it any way you want. But a lot of times when people have an aquarium, they have substrate in the aquarium, and they decorate any way they want. But when it comes to cleaning the aquarium, they take out the poop just out of the one spot with a little bit of mulch, throw a few more bits of mulch in there, and they call it a cleaning. No, that is not a good way of cleaning an aquarium, because for one, you're leaving your substrate in there, and it can create bacteria and grow bacteria in the tank, and it can cause illness and stuff to the snake. But that's one reason with aquariums. Another thing is that can happen to tubs too. People cannot clean out their tubs, and it can cause bacteria to grow and hurt your snake or reptile or whatever pet you have. Another thing is, well, same with the aquarium and the pets. Another thing is, for one, humidity. Which one holds more humidity? Well, for my opinion, tubs definitely hold a lot more humidity versus the aquarium. The aquarium, you can have a heat lamp and have your heating pad and everything else, but to me, it's not going to hold the same amount of humidity as this will. I've learned that you get a lot more easier sheds from snakes. You don't get stuck shed when they're in tubs. That is because the humidity is higher, and they're able to do their sheds, finish their sheds in a lot healthier of a manner versus an aquarium. An aquarium, on the other hand, they're fine. The heat lamp basically heats. It doesn't add humidity, and it's just there. And here, a lot of people go, well, do snakes really need a heat lamp? No, snakes actually don't need a heat lamp. Heat lamp is just there to warm them up. But snakes don't really prefer so much of a heat lamp versus base heat. I'm just going to say base heat because I'm going to call it base heat. Is basically humidity is base heat. So heat around them versus on them, basically. So as the heating pad warms up, it heats all the moisture in the tub up and keeps it at a nice humidity. Versus an aquarium, you can have a heat pad, but you're also going to need a heat lamp as well, just to keep the air around them warm, because the heat pad ain't going to heat up in an entire aquarium, especially when it's got more holes and stuff. A lot of people say, well, do your tubs leak oxygen? Or like, how do the snakes breathe like that? There's no holes in that thing. Well, with these vision racks, there is holes right here, but with this one, there's not so much holes. But there's still enough air to get through the gap. That is because snakes actually don't require that much oxygen. They really don't. They don't require much oxygen at all. I didn't know if you knew that, but they do not require much oxygen. A lot of people say, well, snakes like to climb. Yes, ball pythons like to climb. But in their wild, they basically live in a hole. They live in a dark hole. That's where they spend most of their time anyways, coiled up in a hole. They come out every now and then, and they'll go back in. So basically a tub is just mimicking that. And a lot of people go, well, the snake doesn't have room. It just sits there, and it just seems like a miserable life. To a snake, maybe. Or to a snake, no, it is not. To a dog or any other animal, yes, maybe. But to a snake, snakes don't care. Snakes like this, not much room in the dark, gold up on a heat pad. That's kind of what snakes like, especially ball pythons, seeing that they're very lazy animals. That is one thing that they do like. For basically is just that. A lot of people go, well, snakes don't like room. Like, why this tub's so small? If you have a bigger tub, the snake will stress, and it can stress until it basically dies. If you have a smaller tub for the smaller animal, then it's fine. If you have too big of a space, they will die. Too small of a space, they can stress as well. So stress, not really die, but more stress is basically what it is. And as long as you keep your snake in the right size tub with the right ability to do it, then they will be fine. ball pythons are an animal that you can do this with a lot. I mean, I want to put a dog in a dog pen and leave it in there for days and days and days, but for a snake, that's completely fine because the snake is fine. They'll move out, you feed them, and they just live there in their little hole. Basically, is what it is. Versus an aquarium, they're still in a glass box. I mean, they come out, they move 3 feet, they go back and move 3 feet. This is basically an aquarium, all separate different aquariums. That's what it is. So in my opinion, it is not cruel to keep ball pythons and snakes inside of a snake rack. They're fine, they can look out. I like the clear ones so that way they can at least look out. But they don't really need much room at all. And it keeps the humidity trapped, it keeps the animal safe, and in my opinion, it's a lot healthier than just a regular aquarium because of the stuck shed, and also the fact that the humidity is higher. There's more heat volume in there versus just a tank with a heat lamp and a heating pad. I still got the cool side, hot side type of thing. That's one of the best ways to do it. So I mean, yeah, they're fine, they're happy, they're healthy. So animals, I mean, as long as your pet's happy, healthy, and everything else, and they're good to roll, they're definitely a lot safer inside of tubs than they are in aquariums. Nothing wrong with aquariums. You can keep them in aquariums. It's just you might have more issues with stuck sheds, and you might have a different opinion. You might feel it differently. You might say, well, aquariums is fine with me too, or maybe there's nothing wrong with aquariums. Maybe they're just as equal. But to me, the tubs are better. Plus, you can have more of them, and more is better for me. So I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, it's better have. Right now, I have 19 snakes with more on the way and 3 pregnant females. So right now, this is definitely a lot better than having 200 glass aquariums. So it's better for me, it's better for them. They like it, and plus it keeps their smell in there a little bit more too, and it hides sometimes the smell of them, like if they poop or pee, and then you come in and you're like, whew, but oh, whatever. So guys, that is the end of that. So no, ball pythons inside of a tub are not cruel in any way possible. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and do an update because my next video will be a fun video called cutting ball python eggs. That's what my next video will be. But my ball python eggs have like 5 days to go until I'm gonna be cutting them. I'm cutting them on Labor Day Monday. So that is when they will be cut. Hopefully this video will be out before then. And then I'll be cutting a video, and I'll have a video next week of that. Also, I have 3 pregnant females. I had a lot of cool things happen since my last video, as we could start here with the Het Desert Ghost. She just finished ovulating, which is awesome. So I'm very, very, very excited for her. She's gonna be laying her eggs. I'm super, super, super excited for that because she paired with the cinnamon butter double Het Desert Ghost cryptic. So I'm very excited for this clutch. Yellow belly Inchy girl, she lays on September 10th. She's already done her pre-lay shed, and she's already ready to roll, so that is awesome for her. Secondly, we have the Inchy lesser pastel girl. She already did her pre-lay shed. She's ready to roll. I don't really clean out the tubs or nothing when they're gravid because I don't want to disturb them. I don't want to mess with them. I don't want to move them. I mean, once they lay all their eggs, the whole thing's cleaned up. They get a bath, and that's basically it. So as long as they're not like soaking wet, but they're dry, so they're fine. And the spider girl, so yeah, that's awesome. So we got those snakes on the way with the ones in the incubator almost close to be cutting. I'm going to actually have a special person to help me cut those ball python eggs. I'm super excited for that. So guys, stay tuned. So this is awesome. So stay tuned. No, I don't think these are cruel. I actually think they're healthier, but it's your opinion. So guys, thank you so much for watching Wylie's Reptiles on this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.